Hi Sam. I'm excited to see you today. Our word for today is
Wie?
Hi Alex. I've heard
Wie?
before, but I'm not sure what it means.
great question.
Wie?
Primarily means how in English, and it's used to ask about ways or manners of doing something. It can also mean like when making comparisons.
So, is it used in everyday conversations?
Absolutely. It's very common. Just be careful because it might be confused with we in other languages that have different meanings.
Could you give me some examples of how to use?
Wie?
Of course. For instance, if you want to ask how are you, in German, you would say,
Wie geht es dir?
You can also say,
Wie viel kostet das?
which means how much does that cost?
I see. So it's asking for information in a way.
Exactly. It's very versatile.
What about the grammar behind?
Wie?
Is it a noun, verb, or something else?
Wie?
Is actually an adverb, so it doesn't have a gender or plural form. It's used to modify verbs or adjectives.
That makes sense. So, it doesn't change like nouns or verbs do.
Right. It stays the same. You can use it in different contexts without changing its form.
Where does the word
Wie?
come from?
The origin of
Wie?
is quite interesting. It comes from the Old High German word, which also meant how. Over time, it evolved but kept its essential meaning.
That's really cool. So it has a long history in the German language.
Yes, and it's fascinating how some words maintain their meaning throughout centuries.
Can we break down the word
Wie?
a bit?
Sure. Since
Wie?
is a simple adverb, it doesn't have a prefix or suffix. However, when we think of it in context, we can see how it connects to other words.
So there aren't any Lego pieces to put together for this one.
Not with
Wie?
itself, but you can think of it as the building block for many questions and comparisons.
Are there similar words that use
Wie?
Yes, there are. For instance, with.
Wie?
For comparisons, you have,
So wie?
which means just like. There's also,
Wie viel?
for how much.
Are there more examples?
Certainly. You can say,
Wie lange?
which means how long.
Wie oft?
For how often, or,
Wie schnell?
which means how fast.
Those are all helpful.
Now, let's practice some real-life situations. Imagine you're at a restaurant and want to ask about the food. You could say,
Wie schmeckt das Essen?
Meaning, how does the food taste?
Wie schmeckt das Essen?
Got it.
Another situation could be at a store. You might want to ask,
Wie viel kostet das?
which means how much does it cost?
Let's see.
Wie viel kostet das?
Perfect. Lastly, if you're meeting someone new, you can ask,
Wie heißt du?
which means what's your name?
Wie heißt du?
This is fun.
Since
Wie?
is an adverb, it doesn't have a specific gender, but a good memory hint is to think of it as a question starter.
I'll remember it like that.
Also, be aware that
Wie?
can be formal or informal depending on the context. Typical phrases include
Wie geht's? Wie bitte?
and
Wie alt bist du?
I see.
now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Wie?
mean?
It means how or like.
Good. Can you give me a sentence using
Wie geht es dir?
Wie geht es dir?
Means how are you?
correct? What about asking for a price?
Wie viel kostet das?
Yes. And can you use
Wie?
in a comparison?
So wie.
Exactly. And finally, can you tell me one origin fact about
Wie?
It comes from Old High German.
Excellent job, Sam. Today we learned that the word
Wie?
means how and like is used to ask questions and has a fascinating history.
Thanks, Alex. This was really helpful.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be using
Wie?
like a pro.